Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at StampinUp.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today my video is all about the Stampers Dozen blog hop, and we are doing a sneak peek in the Occasions mini catalog. I'm so excited to be starting to show you some of the new products coming out. Now the Occasions mini catalog goes live on January 3rd. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@stampinupcom and I'd be happy to send you the mini catalog along with our celebration brochure. Because for every $50 you spend during January, February, and March, you get to choose a free item out of the celebration brochure, and we have some fantastic products coming there too. So I've got a card. It's a fun fold, kind of, I guess. I think I can call it a fun fold that I'm going to show you today. And then I've got two other colors that I made it in just to spice things up a little bit. I'm going to be using the Beauty Abounds stamp set. This is a gorgeous stamp set. Some very pretty images in here, some really neat elements for backgrounds, and also love these fonts, right? And then we're going to be using this beautiful Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper. And I'm going to show this to you right away because you could pick any one of these patterns to make the card that I'm making. The really cool thing about these is that on one side they have a colored pattern, and on the other side, let me flip these out here, they're black and white. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Who doesn't love black and white paper? The possibilities with these are just endless, and they're so, so pretty. Let me get out the other designs here. We've got this one and one more that I love. Who doesn't love diagonal stripes in black and white, right? So those are all the patterns that are in this pack of paper. Now, did I happen to mention that this is a celebration item? You can get this entire pack of Designer Series paper starting January 3rd for free with a $50 order. So that's exciting. I can't wait to do some more things with this, but first let me show you what I came up with for today. I'm going to bring in my cardstock layers here. I've got a piece of Daffodil Delight. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold it in half and burnish it with my bone folder. And then we have a little bit of scoring to do. So I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to pop it in the Stampin' Trimmer, and I'm going to push it over to 1 inch, and I'm going to score that. Then I've got a piece of Whisper White, and this is 4 by 5. I've also scored that at 2.5, so it's going to fold in the middle. I've got a piece of Whisper White here that is 2 3/4 by 4. 2 pieces of the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper. These are both 7/8 of an inch wide. This one is 4 inches tall, and this one is 5.5 inches tall. And I almost forgot my black layer. This is 3 by 4 1/4. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat here. This is a mat that we sell, and I just cover it with printer paper to keep the ink and stuff off of it. We're going to do a little bit of stamping on this layer. I'm going to bring in my stamp set. Now, one of the really neat things about this stamp set is it's our new cling mount stamp sets. And if you caught my Wednesday video last week, just look for me on YouTube. If you didn't, look for Kelly Acheson or click on my name if you're watching this on YouTube. You'll find my Wednesday tip video that talks all about these cling stamps. One of the things that somebody brought up is the way that I store my stamps. So I put the rubber that you would normally throw away after you pop your stamps out of here back in the case. And these cling stamps are very clingy. You can see it's sticking to my finger. They were really worried that if I put them back in the case like this, that I'm going to ruin them because they're going to stick to the plastic and it's going to tear the label off, or I'm not really quite sure what. But I just want to assure you guys that I do not have a problem with this. These, I am not pushing them down super hard so that they're sticking to that case. And they do pop right out. And I can tell you that these stamps have been mounted and sitting in here since I got back from Florida from our Stampin' Up event. And that was at the beginning of November. So again, I assured that person that I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but she was kind of adamant that she thought it was. So I just want to show you that it's not a problem. And that was a great concern because these are new to us. We, you know, we're gonna be checking them out big time. And I have been doing some testing to see how this is all gonna work. And so far, I love them. Okay, we are going to stamp a few butterflies in the background of this card. I've got my Daffodil Delight ink here. And I'm just going to add a few butterflies to the front of my layer. Now remember, I'm going to put something right here in the middle, so I don't really need to stamp where it's going to be covered. So that's kind of what I'm just kind of being choosy here. And then I'm just going to take a look at this. Let's put our black layer in here because it's going to go right here. And I think we could maybe add, no, I think we've got enough butterflies. That looks good to me. What do you guys, maybe one right there? Let's put one right there because that one's going to get covered up. And how about if we do one just like that? I always kind of do this if I'm going to do stamp randomly in the background so I can kind of see what's going on. Okay, that looks good. Next, I'm going to bring in this front layer. And the front layer is going to use Memento black ink with this really pretty floral swirly deal. I don't know, what would you call that? A floral flourish? I don't know. Swirly deal sounds good to me. And then I'm just going to stamp it again right down here. And then I'm going to use the greeting that says our friendship isn't one big thing. And I love the sets that have a front greeting and an inside greeting. Oh, that turned out great. Then I'm going to bring this one in. I'm going to bring in my chamois so I can clean my stamp and get ready to put it in the Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to have this flourish kind of coming in from the top up here. Ooh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then we're going to try and stamp this straight. It's a million little things. I'm going to stamp that right in the middle here. And then I've got this little butterfly that comes with the Beauty Abounds set, and I'm just going to stamp that right in here. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, now what are we going to do? Let me close these up because we're done with them. I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to color, well, yeah, let's do the green. I'm going to color all the leaves with the light Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to speed up my camera so you don't have to sit here and watch me color all these because there's not really anything fancy to it other than trying to stay in the lines, please. Yeah, can I have an amen with that? Okay, so I'm going to probably fast forward this and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to come in with my Daffodil Delight and color in my flowers. And there we go. I think we're ready for assembly. And this is very cool. You're going to love it. All right, I'm going to burnish this folded edge for that 1 inch that we scored on here. And let's get this back in here. We're going to bring in this Designer Series paper. Now, you could use this side. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Or you can use this side. And I think I'm going to go with the yellow side for this one, but either one would be just as beautiful as the other. So we're going to add our designer series paper on here. Now remember, we've got a real small margin on the right and left side of this little scored layer. And then we are going to add this front that I just colored in to the basic black, and it looks like I cut that wrong, so just bear with me while I trim this a little bit. Good job, Kelly. And there we go. That was an easy fix, wasn't it? And then I'm going to bring in some black baker's twine. Now this is really going to make my card pop. And baker's twine, let's put a little glue under here to hold that down. It doesn't need to flop around. Baker's twine is a great product to add to your card to bring in that pop, especially with these bright colors like Daffodil Delight. I love a black accent with this. And I'm just going to maybe tie a bow. There we go. I'm not doing too good, am I? Okay, bows aren't that hard. I haven't even gotten to the bow part. I just can't even get it around my paper. Here we go. Anytime I'm using baker's twine, I like to tie it in a knot before I attempt to make a bow, because that way I don't have to worry about keeping this tight while I'm making my bow. I can futz around with this and not get so frustrated. And baker's twine doesn't really add any bulk when you tie it in a knot like that, so that's why I like to do that. Okay. There we go. And next I'm going to bring this piece in here, and this needs to be moved up just a little bit. This bow is going to be way up at the top up there. And I've got some Stampin Dimensionals. Now you want to make sure that you're adding your dimensionals only to the back of the left side. So I always like kind of put it up there so I can make sure I'm putting my dimensionals in the right place. And because if I look at it from the front, are you guys ready to giggle with me? I still do it wrong. Like if I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do this, I'll still put them over here. I don't know, it's like a mental block or something. Okay, there we go. And isn't that just pretty already? Let me pull that down a little bit. Okay, now here's the really fun part too. You're going to take this piece and I'm going to burnish that with my bone folder. This is going to fit right into the fold of your card. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of my greeting edge, hold up my card and push it in here, center it from top to bottom, just like that. Now, because I don't want, when I open my card, I don't want this to be like in the way. I want it to come open. I'm going to put a mini glue dot in here. You don't want to put glue all over this because it just won't fold good. And I don't know how else to explain that, but once you do it, you're going to realize what you did wrong, because the first one I made, that's what I did. I glued this all down and then it doesn't fold right. So I'm just going to put a mini glue dot very close to the fold and close my card. And now when I open it, that's going to open with it. Okay, cool. And then what about this piece? We're going to add this piece. You know what? I want to make sure that this is the same length as my paper, because if it needs to be trimmed a little bit, now's the time to do it. And I'm just going to trim off just a tiny little bit there. Things like that. I don't know. I'm real weird about it. Make me crazy. I'm going to overlap this a little bit on this layer. Okay, you guys. What do you think? Isn't this oh so pretty? Super easy card, but it's really kind of fancy. Are you ready to see some other colors? Let me show you. Oh, wait, I've got one more thing to do. The Gingham Gala Adhesive Sequins. These are so fun, you guys. They're little flowers, so you get circles and flowers. Flowers and circles. And they come in 5 different colors. I'm going to be using the yellow ones. You get these in a pack. There's 250 sequins in here, and they already have all the sticky on them. So I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to grab some of the circles. I've already got flowers on the front of my card, so I didn't want to do flowers again, but I did want to add just some tiny embellishments, a little bit of bling on here. And the spatula on the take your pick tool is perfect for grabbing a hold of these. So now my card is done, and isn't that oh so pretty? Okay, now I'll show you the other colors that I made. Here comes one in Calypso Coral, and I added the orange colored sequins on there. Oops, look it, I forgot to put the mini glue down in there. Where did those go? Right here. Let's get one in there. Forgot all about that. There we go. Close your card, and now when I open it, this will come with it. So there's the Calypso Coral one, and I used the colored floral paper for this out of the same butterfly botanicals, or should I say botanical butterflies. And on this one, this is Gorgeous Grape, and I chose to use the black and white butterfly paper for my strip on here. So what do you guys think? Really cool? Great new set coming out. Now you're going to find all the dimensions for these cards and the scoring instructions on my blog, which you can find right here. If you click right up in the corner up here, it's going to take you right to my blog. And I am going to have a shopping list on there. I just want you to know, because this can get confusing. Even though you're going to see these products, the paper, the sequins, on that shopping list, you're not going to be able to click on them and have them go to my store until January 3rd. That's when our Occasions mini catalog goes live. And what that means is it's going to be available to order from. So after on January 3rd, you'll be able to click on the shopping items in the shopping list that are brand new, and you'll be able to get those. And again, don't forget, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com, and I will send you the new catalogs with the celebration brochure. Make sure that when you send me that email, you give me your address and tell me if you need the big annual catalog too, because I can certainly include that. Make sure you're going to my blog so you can continue on the Stampers Dozen blog hop. Everybody in the hop is going to be featuring new ideas using new product out of the Occasions mini catalog, and that's going to be super fun. I can't even wait to see what everybody's made. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.